Hey guys, here is another interesting little comparison of a couple amplifiers. Behind me I have a Carr Rambler. It's in tweed Telex covering. I've set it up in triode mode and I'm using a Collings I-30 with throwback P90s, fully hollow body guitar. And I've got next to it a Carr Telstar right over here. So I set up in triode mode because the Rambler is about 14 watts and I'm using the power scaling. The Telstar gets up to 17 watts, but I have the power attenuator down to about 11 o'clock, where 5 o'clock is all the way up. And so I'm just going to do a little comparison just to see the differences. This is a pair of 6 L6s in the Rambler. The Telstar uses a unique power tube configuration of one octal tube. In this case I have a 6L6 and it always pairs with an EL84. So I'm getting some of that signature. I always hear a bit of that EL84, so you're kind of getting some blackface, some Vox, some tweed out of the Telstar. And I'm playing edge of breakup, clean to edge of breakup. So let's start off on the Rambler, and this is what it sounds like. Audio ARP87 delay engaged. I'll turn it off in a second just so you can hear it without delay. But I'm getting a cool vibe out of these amps, so I'll stay there for now. But check it out when I dig in. Now that's light touch. I'm on a bridge pickup, a P90. Check out what happens when I dig in. That's what the Rambler sounds like. Just checking my tuning, I think I threw it out. I'm going to go over to the Telstar. So cool. Clearly it's brighter. The Telstar just has a single tone knob and it's right about 12 o'clock straight up. Let me dial it down just a little bit. It's kind of bright. And that's with the power attenuator down to 11 o'clock, so it's almost like half power. Come back over to Rambler. I'm going to change the tone stack. Take the bass down. I'm going to take the treble up. Let's see. Alright, they're very different. Let me take the delay off. Now with the P90s, and I'm rolling off the tone knob a bit, I'm probably down to 6 or 7. triode mode. All right, let me come over to the Telstar, and again, this is, I've got reverb on, but no delay. That's what's so cool about the Telstar. I can set up the power scaling, I can make it more of a clean platform, but I just love that touch sensitivity when you dig in and it barks. All right, let me go back to the Rambler. All right, took the bass up, the mid-range down. I'm just trying to match these a little bit closer, which is not fair. They're very different amps, but they're both 112 combos. Configured right now roughly at the same wattage. Because the Rambler in triode mode again is knocked down to about 14 watts. The Telstar at full power is 17. Or so they say. It performs like a louder amp. Maybe because the Carr speaker that they put in here, I forget what they called it, but it's very efficient, so it's giving you more power. Alright, let me take the Rambler just quickly to pentode mode just to show you how much louder. And by the way, the volume is right now at 11 o'clock in triode mode. Alright, so I'm going to pentode. And now I'm off standby. So much louder. Listen to that. It's an amazing amplifier in full power mode, but it's loud, and you're not developing any natural edge of breakup at this volume. Or you are, but you're doing a lot louder volume. Yeah, that's really hot in the room. I don't know if the recorder is levelizing the volumes overall, but that's like twice as loud right now. Such a great amp. I'm taking the treble down now. I found that I do have to change the tone stack depending on what mode you're in. In triode mode, I can goose the treble a lot higher. In pentode mode, typically I'll leave the volume at 11 o'clock, if not less. And again, in P90s, it's a bright, clear, very laser-guided treble, if you will. Fantastic. Now let me take the volume down. So that was at 11 o'clock, which is pretty high. I gig with it, actually, in pentode mode with the volume at about 9 o'clock. That's where we are now. Alright, so now it's not breaking up at all. It's a beautiful clean platform. I can use a dirt pedal to goose it. Here's the Telstar. So cool. Alright, let me show you the Telstar. I'll take the power attenuator wide open so use it as a clean platform. By the way, the power attenuator is just a variable L-pad knob. Wide open right now, the volume is straight up at noon, 12 o'clock. Still breaks up, which is cool, but it's a lot louder. The treble, when I go to full power mode, I'm hearing it as brighter. So right now it's at about 11 o'clock. I'm going to take the tone knob down, and again it only has a single tone knob. I'll take it down. Yeah, that's just a little bit above 9 o'clock. this out, I'll take the attenuator down from all the way open, which is about 5 o'clock, to 12 o'clock. At some point, guys, I'm going to get a 2-camera setup so you can see me changing the knobs, but just try and let you know where I'm at right now with the single camera. That's power attenuator down to noon. And I love the edge of breakup sounds of this amplifier. By the way, there are 2 switch modes. I'm in 53 mode and I'm in lean. There's a lean and lush switch. Let me show you right now. This is lean. I don't know if you heard that. It just pushes more upper bass and lower mids. Throaty badass, but I'm going to stay in lean mode. Just feels a little bit more balanced across the frequencies. And come back to the Rambler. I'm in pentode mode again. Yeah, it's volume matched at 9 o'clock in pentode mode, but it doesn't bark when you dig in. Sounds great. I mean, I love it. It's a wonderful clean platform. We can use the Fender guitars and some other things to showcase how bluesy, sweet, and jazzy it is, but just for getting that edge of breakup, the volume you want. Let me come back to the Telstar, and I'm going to engage the delay again. about this being a comparison of the Rambler and the Telstar. Really, they're very, very different amplifiers. But I wanted to put them side by side and go into the triode mode just to hear where that would live. I didn't spend a lot of time optimizing that before making this video. I was dialed into the Telstar and I thought, hey, that would be kind of cool to hear a contrast. But I infinitely love the Rambler for what it does in terms of pure, clean bloom. The tremolo, we can spend a lot more time on the Rambler to showcase where it is absolutely magical, and it is. But that Telstar, right over here, one of the more unique amplifiers. Steve Carr is just absolutely brilliant designer. With that tube configuration, it also has a 6SL7 preamp tube, which is also unique. 112 combo, exactly the same size as a Rambler. It's also around 40 pounds, so super gig-friendly weight for grabbing and going, but it'll keep up with the band. So, and how about this amazing Collings I-30 with throwback P90s? Guitar weighs less than 6 pounds, being fully hollow, of course. So Collings, absolutely top of their game. I am blessed to have these to play for you guys. What do you think? If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell. Please share your comments. I welcome any and all, good or bad. Have a good day.